Why isn't oil going down to $80 a barrel? Well, here to talk about that and U.S. oil production for 2014 and, of course, in 2013 is Dan Dicker. As always, Dan, great to have you in studio.
Hi, Joe.
What's the take?
Well, a lot of the thesis, at least in the fourth quarter of 2013, was that overproduction here in the United States was going to cause a glut in oil and drop prices for the U.S. and globally, but it just hasn't happened. I was one of the people who was standing screaming at the top of my lungs that it wasn't going to happen. I still believe it will not happen.
Why not, though?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, oil production globally is down, and it is actually our stockpiles, global stockpiles of oil, are at the lowest level they've been since 2003. Now, that's a big deal. Now, we can go through the geopolitical reasons why that's happening, but I don't think I really have to. The point being that none of that is going to change going through 2014. And in fact, the lack of production around the world is going to trump what it still is an increasing amount of production here in the U.S. Now, that's good if you are an American exploration and production company. You're going to start to bank some real serious coin. And it's a good time to look at some of these companies selectively because in 2014, E&P, exploration and production, has not been a winner sector so far. And there are some places you can still find some value.
So E&P might be a valuable sector for people to look at for this year. What do you like?
Well, again, you got to be very, very careful. Two that are reporting tomorrow are favorites of mine in the Permian, Cimarex and Concho, and I like Cimarex even more than Concho. So I'm going to look at the reports very carefully because I think they're going to miss based on what have been some very, very bad storms in Western Texas in the fourth quarter of 2013. If they miss big enough, you might get a downdraft in these stocks because they have been flying recently. And if you do get a downdraft, you know, Cimarex somewhere around the 104, 105 area, that's an opportunity to get in because I think a target on that is somewhere in the 130s. Also, another one to look at, they're not reporting for another week, would be an old Bakken play of mine, Continental, which Jim Cramer actually likes quite a bit, and so do I. They're increasing production probably more than anybody, and I think in the Bakken area, if you're not looking at them, WLL would be another one to look at, but I still think Continental is the one to look at. When they report, I also think they have a chance to miss. Again, this is the opportunity when they have a missed report, because over the long haul, over 2014, that increased production along with a high and a sticky oil price is going to be the way that you're going to make some money this year.
Watch for the dips on these names, of course. Look at the earnings reports, listen on the calls. Those are important things.
Right.
Dan, as always, thanks so much.
Okay, Joe.
That's Dan Dicker for TheStreet. Also for TheStreet, I'm Joe Deaux.